Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, all of my beautiful friends from the internet. I hope each and every single one of you is doing absolutely spectacular on this fine Tuesday morning or whenever you happen to be listening to this podcast episode, whether that be morning, evening, or night. Welcome to the Reddit Asks Us podcast, the podcast where we read and react to comments from r/Askreddit. I am your host, Luke Dick. Remember, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever else you get your podcasts, please leave us a rating and also leave us a review. You have no idea how much that helps the show. Remember to please spread the show to a friend if you like the show. Send it to a friend. You can respond to this week's episode. This week's question by going to Spotify and clicking the description of the most recent episode. And if you click on that description, you will see the question posted and the responses, and you can reply, and I will read that response out loud on the next week's following episode. Remember that this is an ad-supported show, so you will be hearing an ad break right after we read the replies out from the previous week's following episode, and then another ad break about 20 to 30 minutes into the episode after that. Last thing is I'm also here to promote my Instagram, so please go to @Reddit Asks Us podcast on Instagram and on YouTube, and it's Reddit Asks Us on TikTok. Please check us out. We post some pretty cool clips on there and just different types of short form content. And it's just a switch up. It's different, but it's also it's fun to make. They're really easy to binge and watch. And you hear some pretty interesting stories on there as well. So please head to my Instagram and my YouTube channel @Reddit Asks Us podcast, and then on TikTok @Reddit Asks Us. And I think that is all that I have to say. So I guess since people were wanting to do something special for episode 200, I brought Sam back on the podcast.
Apologies. This is the special happy 200. On to the fourth time.
Yeah, so I couldn't
really
get
pull out the stops for the 200.
I couldn't get Joe Rogan, so we had to settle for Sam. So
yeah, I cleared up some space for him.
Fuck, I know. I'm disappointed. Everybody, oh my god, I was like, really? We can't get any comedian. We can't get. Like, I tried Shane Gillis. I tried Mark Normand. We tried Sam Morrill. Yeah. We tried Fahim Anwar. Yeah. We tried him, and
then I was the next one.
Yeah, no, yeah. You were like, well, maybe not the next one, but you were down there. You were on the list, I think. No, it's everybody's fan favorite Sam, so we brought Sam back on the show to help us read out and react to some Reddit, some comments from Reddit. So we're gonna start here with reading from last week, from our responses from last week. So last week's episode was "What Screams I'm Bad with Money." The first one comes, if I didn't already say, these are our listeners' responses, so thank you everybody who responded. And also, yes, before I read any responses, remember, even if you don't have something to say about the particular episode, even if you just want to say something about the show or anything at all, please feel free to comment that, and I will be more than happy to read it out. So the first one comes from the Green Changeling. Couldn't come up with anything, so I paid someone else to do it for me. All of their examples were mentioned on Reddit in the episode. Also, still no ads. Ironic that I grumble about ads on other podcasts. Well, I'm still making money off the ads, so if you're not hearing them, then I guess some people are, but I don't know. I wonder if it has... maybe it's just because of where you're located. Next one comes from Stressed Human. What's going on, Stressed Human? My half-sister was in her 20s. Oh, that was from the previous episode. Yeah, there was Sharpie on the painting. That's crazy. My coworker asked me for money for lunch the day after spending $2,000 on 2 new pairs of shoes right after the payday.
Yeah, that's a tough look. 2 new pairs of shoes?
Yeah, 2? You couldn't just hold off maybe till the next check, and then... Like I was talking about last episode, how much it bothers me when people will go, when you'll see people buy things, and then you'll like go to get lunch or something, and then bro, you gotta spot me, bro. You have to spot me, even if it's just a little thing. I'm like,
those new Nikes were better than eating.
Like Oh my god! And my friends in high school used to do that to me so often. We'd pull up to some place and they're just like, they give you that look, and they're just like, I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
I'm already driving. You want me to pay for your fucking junior chicken? All right, like I know you have a job. I know you have a job. I just seen you go to the mall and buy like brand new clothes. And
trade a shoe for a, for a burger.
Yeah. How about you give me those new Kobe's and then then you don't have to pay me for a meal for the next month, and then I get your new shoes.
There you go.
Next one comes from Ghost. Was Luke, thank you. But what really screams I'm bad with money is when they are in college or high school and go to buy a Lambo in a 9-to-5, $16 an hour job. Is that what you were about to buy with your almost $16 an hour job? Is first thing on the
the Lambo was on the wish list on my vision board
at the end of the summer. Yeah. I'm saving up enough money. You know, I'm in college. Okay, 4 months off. You gotta grind to make the money. You gotta. It's the only time you have off, right?
No. Like, I would have found a way to do it.
Yeah, right.
If you work hard enough, the 16 multiplies.
Yes,
it's it becomes $1,600 an hour.
This reminds me of Tilly Audie Black So shout out to Tilly Audie Black on Instagram and TikTok. She's really funny, but it was she made one today that was like how when you go to a school with like really rich people, and they're like the person was like I can't figure out how to what car I should buy. It's either a Mazda 2 or Mazda 3. She's like, you know what? Just go for the Range Rover and then put it through the family trust, and then you'll get a 406 form, and then that allows you to split it between your subsidiaries.
There's always forms.
Exactly.
Exactly. Where are these forms coming from?
Your 16 an hour job, and then your buddy just tells you, you know what? Like, I work a 16 an hour job, but
you gotta get a 406 form.
You gotta get the 406 form. That's how you afford the Lambo.
It's double speed.
That's the special form that they have at the IRS or the CRA.
It's a cheat code, bro.
Yeah.
They don't want you to know about it.
That's 16 an hour. Watch that turn into 32 an hour.
Yeah. Well, all you have to do is by the age of 20, once you own 20, if you just own 20 rental properties by then, that means for $1 million a month. Yeah. And then your net worth is $20 million a year. Yeah. By the age of 20.
As long as your dad owns at least 4 apartment buildings that he's renting out.
Yeah,
and you're making $16 an hour at your job. Usually, there's no way you can't afford the Lambo by the end of the summer.
Passive income.
It's passive income.
I'm making $16, but I've got 4 slumlord properties working for me in the
back. Next one comes from a special little cat. A few years ago, I got a lot of bit of money, and dumb 13-year-old me was like, Robux.
Oh yeah.
So I spent $300 USD on Robux. Oh. I'm ashamed of myself.
Yeah, that's not a good look.
198, and yes, it smelled. It made my mom go back to school. Yeah, that was from the previous week's episode. I can't fully remember. Oh, that was from one episode, maybe episode 198. Oh my god, my little cousin is into the buying stuff on the games, and every time he like tells me about it, or like that's the gift that he wants or something, and it's like a Fortnite gift card, I'm like,
you think people would grow up and learn, yet people still bought Bitcoin, which is just
I'm just waiting
like
till he starts asking for like what is the crypto Visa cards now. You see the advertisements of those the Visa crypto whatever thing, and it's like the most secure crypto Visa
you
ever.
You can buy nothing with it.
It gives you exclusive transactions to Bitcoin, Ethereum, V-Bucks, Robux.
Nice.
All of the currency in Call of Duty.
Every currency but real ones.
That's what that's how I know there's a major red flag is when my little cousin starts going from asking for Robux and V-Bucks to cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. It's like
that's a pipeline, right?
Yeah, that's the pipeline. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. Yeah. It has value in game, Sam. It has value in simulation. Okay, when we all change to the metaverse, what currency are we going to be using? Okay, are we going to be using Metabucks? All right, Zuck wants a Zuckbucks.
Dude, the emote is so sick. The new dancing guy.
If you give me 1,000 Zuck bucks, I get a skin. I get a new meta skin.
Just think about that for a second, though. I'm going to pay 20 of my own dollars to see this fake person do a little dance sometimes. Yeah. Just the logic behind it. I know.
I was asking Elias. Elias is our other roommate, and I was asking like, he bought this skin for Fortnite. He bought like some Ninja Turtle skin, and I was like, oh, like, and he was telling me that like that it had like special powers or something, right. Like you could run really fast or do crazy stuff or whatever. And I was like, oh wow, so that's like you must win like all the matches. Yeah. And then he goes, no, it doesn't last that long. Like, wait, so you paid money like for a temporary,
for like a little super power up,
for a temporary way to get ahead, all to just like. Then at the end of it, it's just like a Ninja Turtle. That's it. It's all you're left with. It's just a. It's
a virtual game. You could just imagine it as a Ninja Turtle. Yeah, it could be a Ninja Turtle because it's not actually anything. It's just
I think
pixels.
The Fortnite skins are crazy. Because at least in Call of Duty, like I think when you spend the money, you get better guns, you get better stuff, right? Like you could become a better player. Well. Right. You probably wouldn't.
Sounds like a cheap way to get there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if your parents have a lot of money, you can become a better player. Yeah. But the Fortnite one to me is seems so redundant because it's like you're
literally just
you're paying for visual for pixels for ones and zeros, like you're paying to see something different on the screen.
Well, back in my day, I know when you played Minecraft on the PC, it was all free.
Yeah,
just because it was PCs, you just download skins online.
That's weird. Yeah. Do you pay for Minecraft now? Is that like a thing?
You always paid for Minecraft.
I did. I always paid for Minecraft.
No, like in general.
No, because you're a little fucking dirty, scrummy, poor little bitch. Yeah. So you had to pay for it. My uncle owns Minecraft, so I never paid for shit.
My first name is Mojang.
Yeah.
Same for him.
It's the craziest, though. It's the same mentality how it's like the more money you have, the less you actually have to pay for stuff.
Yeah.
You know? But anyways, okay, next one comes from the Dopic, responded on YouTube. Hi, Luke. Glad you're using my suggestion to make the Reddit community. I still haven't made the subreddit, but I will get to that this week. To answer your question, I personally think people without a budget or who don't keep track of what and how they spend are basically just holding up a sign that says, I'm bad with money. But that's just me. I mean,
I don't have a budget.
No, but like I think keeping track of how much money you're spending.
Right, like taking a look at the account every once in a while.
Yeah, like I used to know people who I knew had jobs, who I knew came from like a good home, and then I would actually see their bank account balance, and it would be like I'm at 71 cents.
Yeah,
like when you're like less than $2, your bank account, like your bank won't even let you spend. Money.
Yeah, I get a warning when my checking is at 50.
Yeah, and it's like you don't. Yeah, what have you done with all that money? I don't understand where it goes. Like you don't keep
V-Bucks, the essentials.
That's true. Yeah, it's going to blowing fat fucking clouds. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I just entered the vape competition on Twitch, so I'm streaming all my vapes. I was looking at my collection. He like opens up the box underneath the bed. It's got the nice wooden box for all his vapes.
They're like ordered by color.
They come in those little cigar bags, you know, the little velvet bags.
Yeah.
He's got a little velvet bag for each of his vapes. It's like, you want to see what I fucking spend my money on?
This is the X95 33.
Yeah.
My Fortnite character uses a vape.
Yeah, I had to pay for my Fortnite character to get a vape.
When he gets a kill. Long clouds.
You can't get the flavored juice anymore. Yeah, you have to pay extra for the flavored juice now. Our next one comes from Cozy. When you make a ton of money but still not enough to be rich, so you live paycheck to paycheck because you waste the money you get to spend on things to make you look rich.
It's called cocaine addiction.
Yeah. People just dress like pimps.
Yeah, you have enough money to buy the cocaine, so you're in a different tax bracket, but then you also have a crippling drug addiction.
Exactly.
So you keep buying the cocaine.
Yeah, you need a grill to keep up the rep. Yeah. But at the same time, you got your car repoed.
Yeah. Yeah, so you look cool asking for your car back, but
yeah, with the fur coat, with the foxtail or whatever. The next one comes from the emoji with the unimpressed emoji with the dots around the face. When you buy a new iPhone every year, that's
unnecessary.
Yeah, I've had the same. I used to not want to let go of my iPhone 6.
I think this guy's 5 years ish.
Oh, it's got to be old. The phone itself is older than that. Like you might have got it 5-6 years ago, but
the phone, the models.
The model, yeah. Like the iPhone.
I think I've had this actual phone though for.
Sam was holding up an iPhone X. So I have the same one. XR, I think.
No, it might just be
I think ours is the same phone.
Yeah. I think I've had it though for 5 or 6 years.
I mean, if it works, it works, right?
Yeah,
like the crappy thing is when they start making software that makes you forced to purchase a newer phone, which is that to me is like
get you.
Yeah, exactly. That's got to be illegal. Next one comes from Caleb. Flibber, flabber, gamma, goop, leeble, flob, gooma, some random words. You know, if you type in weird stuff like that in the Instagram comments, it like translates it into like weird stuff. Yeah, like try it. Like if you try like typing in a random thing like that, it'll translate it and it'll be like George Bush did 9/11 or something. I'm not even joking. Seriously, it'll do weird shit like that. That's like an extreme example, but I'm not even joking. For serious, people who are on the side of the street using all their money on hardcore drugs, but it's their fault they got there. Great episode, by the way. A little bit of victim blaming there in that comment.
On the cop. All right, officer. Take a deep breath. Didn't mean to hit
you. All right. Next one comes from Fian3900. Buying anything from Gucci or something like this. Love the episode. Also, quick question. When do you graduate university? Then you can expand the podcast. I'll never graduate university. Thank you very much. I don't...
your dreams.
Yeah. I'll graduate university. I'll probably have a heart attack before I'll graduate university, unfortunately. Yeah, university just keeps getting longer and longer for me. Yeah. Just longer and longer. I'm always a student for some reason.
For me, longer university is, the more I can live in a dream world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the more I can put off reality.
Yeah. I'm 50, but in my 7th undergrad. I gotta get them all. I gotta do all the courses.
I gotta collect them all.
Yeah, collect all the degrees.
Yeah. Just to flop back to Caleb, not necessarily like we're trying to see you're victim blaming. If you're talking about the people who's actually, it is their fault that they got there. Like, some people are just like, it's, I have trouble feeling sorry for people who like, it's just like they come from great backgrounds and they chose to be bad people.
Right. Yeah,
you know what I mean? They chose to be bad, like, because they like, like you have a hard time feeling bad for like Kendall from Succession. Do you know what I mean? Like Kendall's addicted to coke.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
you didn't have to be.
You didn't. You're trying to cover up.
Come with or something.
Yeah, exactly. Last one comes from a small fry. Happy episode 200. Thank you very much. This is an odd take, but I find people who are unwilling to spend any money at all, even when they have the means to, they can never enjoy themselves because they're so focused on budget.
No, that's a good one.
That is a good one because I feel like I actually like do know people like this. I knew people like this in high school. Like I had a friend in high school who who like everything was fine at home. Like there's no problems there, but he was always working. Always. It was like, oh, like there's a party this weekend. Like, are you gonna come up? He's like, sorry, I'm working at midnight. I got the midnight shift.
Right,
got the late night shift. And he's like a cool guy, and like we always wanted him to hang around. But it's just like, like I understand you want to get ahead, make money, blah blah blah. But at the same time, it's also like you don't get a chance to do some of those events ever again, right? There's only ever gonna be one time you like graduate high school. There's only gonna be one time you like hang out and do this stuff with your friends, but. It always felt like...
I promise you can work the midnight shift again. That's ongoing anyway. The midnight
shift will still be there in the summer, okay?
The midnight shift never seems to go away.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can work midnight shifts, like, all the time. And, like, the thing is he would avoid doing, like even things in school and participating in school stuff, even though he was, like, an athlete and all this stuff because he had to work. He had to work the midnight shift, man. Or, like, what the fuck,
what was he doing at midnight?
I don't want to say
now,
because
where was he
I don't want to out him, but
wonder where he was working.
He's working the strip, bud. He was
hustler.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he was an entrepreneur. Yeah. No. He actually had a real job. Like it was just like a real job you would have in high school, like any sort of job, like a service job. But like it was just like really like. you worked the last through midnight shifts the last 7 months of high school. You don't think this one Saturday you can spare to hang out with us and the boys?
A day shift?
Yeah. on the Saturday too. It'd be like a Saturday night.
Yeah,
it's like
I'm sure people want to trade that shift.
Yeah.
You couldn't pick up a day.
yeah. It's like everyone's asking, oh yeah, like I got the day shift. I it's my dad's funeral. Please, I need to go to the day. He's like, no, sorry, I'm the night man. I am the night man. You are the day man. I'm the night man.
Oh god, he's like a werewolf. Howling.
I see. I think you seem to forget how this works. Okay, I am the night man. Okay, you are the day man. I don't care if your dad died. All right.
Did your dad work the night shift?
Why don't you go ask your dad to work your day shift?
Oh god! All right, dude, you're the night shift at Shoppers.
Yeah, like crap. I was like, okay, you don't need to take your work that seriously. This is
I promise you, it doesn't matter.
No, I promise you. I promise you. Like 4 years from now, you're gonna be kicking yourself more for being like, oh damn, I should have like maybe went to like a couple more parties instead of being like, oh, if only I really, really liked flipping those burgers.
Yeah.
I got a lot of satisfaction from flipping burgers at 3 a.m.
Or one trucker that comes in.
Yeah. I loved getting yelled at over the phone by people and telling them that they have to come in to make their orders and they can't order over the phone at a fast food restaurant. Oh, okay. So we're going to take a short ad break and then we'll be right back with this week's episode. All right. So, welcome back to this week's episode. This week's episode is and comes from our favorite page on all of the internet, Askreddit. What was the most awkward thing you witnessed at school or in a classroom? This is like a common reoccurring theme for us. Every like podcast we do has something to do with the school
or an observation,
a classroom. But what was it?
Weddings was one of them, right?
The wedding episode. Yeah. It was like what crazy thing or awkward weird thing you see at a wedding.
Feels like that's up my alley.
Yeah, exactly. Because I just know you doing weird shit at public events. So that's just my way.
Observing weird things.
Yeah. So this is my like subtle way to tell you that. You know, I wouldn't be surprised to have a couple
One
comments.
person described me.
Yeah. See a couple cuts. Like my comment.
Yeah.
my account. It's like, oh, that's so weird. That's like feels oddly relatable.
Yeah. What's cool?
Who? Where is this? This first one is crazy. First one comes from Realistic Cupcake 56. We had a teacher who had a miscarriage and was explaining that she was going to be gone for a couple weeks for mental health reasons when this one kid just said, well, it isn't all bad. At least you'll be skinny again. You could have heard a fucking pin drop. That is so bad.
That's insane.
Look on the bright side, Teach.
Like you also get skinnier when you also after you have the kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like you stay pregnant. That doesn't change anything. That's almost got nothing.
Yeah. It's not gonna make anything better at all.
It'd be better to be skinny with a baby. Skinny without.
So terrible. This is what happens. This is why you can't tell kids anything serious.
No,
because kids don't understand the gravity of these situations. Like one of my first thoughts was kind of like, I mean, I'm not trying to be Mr. Victim blaming. But if you're teaching a class of like 6th graders or 5th graders or something, like maybe you don't have to mention why you're taking some time off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It seems a little bit like.
But you never know the size of the school. I know my elementary school. I had teachers in elementary school who were pregnant. Right, and it's all like they're pregnant, and you talk about the baby.
I guess if they were pregnant, they would.
And then
know.
It's like, well, how's your kid doing?
Yeah, right. If you didn't have a kid, then okay, that was pretty dumb. Actually, I was like, you don't have to tell people you're pregnant. This is a massive belly. This is gone. No word mentioned of any kid at all ever. Anytime you like ask how they're doing, she starts crying. Like, don't bring it up.
That
like,
feels like
you gone to the principal's office a couple times now. You're not getting it. Like.
It feels like she's actually was being very proactive by
that's
taking
true.
some time away.
You gotta put yourself on a really on like a be like very vulnerable if you're a teacher. You kind of have to do that. Like you, like in a lot of ways. Like I even knew teachers that I grew up around, and like if something bad was going on in their lives, it's hard not for that information to get around.
Yeah, especially small towns, small schools. Yeah.
But that is crazy. I can't believe that some kid was just like look
insane.
on the fucking bright side, teach. Okay, now you don't have to deal with the crying.
You know how hard it is to lose weight.
You know how hard it is having a newborn. It's loud.
You're gonna be happy when it's 4 a.m. and you're sound asleep.
That is so messed up. The one kid, he just won't let it go. He's like, that's 18. That they don't disappear when it's 18. They're 18 years old. You're a mom for life.
Yeah.
Okay.
From the river.
Yeah. Holy shit. The teacher's just devastated. Oh my god.
Most traumatic thing that could happen to somebody.
Yeah. Holy shit. Some kids just like you know what? You're just not being grateful for what you have. All right, pay attention to things you do have, not to the things that you don't. Okay, I don't have a lot of stuff. Okay, my dad didn't buy me a new Lambo. It's like yeah, the house that we just bought. My parents just bought me a mansion. It was in escrow, teach. Yeah. Okay, and then it was pulled out from under us. Developers. Goddamn developers bought it.
Well, talk about a miscarriage. Yeah. They carried my home away.
It was in escrow. Okay, cry me a river. Okay, we're dealing with real transactions here. The amount of money that my dad spent on that house is more money than you would have ever spent on a child.
How much money did you spend? You saved money.
Yeah.
Anything you made money.
Oh my god. So absolutely wild. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're a kid in that classroom.
Who knows how old that? But even then, like. Yeah, no. There's no age, because if you're a really young kid saying some shit like that, it's like, oh, your parents are evil. Yeah. Like the fact that you're like in grade 2 and that's your.
And the crazy thing too is like I don't even know what if I was in that class what I would have said. Like look around, just kind of being like, what? No, like don't listen to him. Like that's so awkward. Like you're fine. Like. You look great. Yeah. like exactly. You try to be comforting. You're like, you look great. Like, oh, it's so bad. No, don't.
Don't listen to him.
I mean, you look good either way.
Yeah. Win-win.
Oh no. Oh, there's no good way to spin that.
No.
Everyone who's trying to come up with a nice thing to say can't do it.
Can't spin a miscarriage.
Yeah, you can't spin it. It's just kick that kid out of class and go home.
Yeah.
Next one comes from Event Wonderful 55. A girl loudly called out a boy who had his hand in his pants during class. Dude was nearly frozen in fear.
Oh, I feel okay. Yeah, like growing up, not like you just like would.
Why
not in?
Yeah,
but like. Fuck no.
Well, wait, come on. You can't have. I never had my hands in my pants when I was in school.
No,
I never like.
No.
Like the crazy thing though is what I was picturing when I was thinking this was like all the eyeballs just shift to the kid in the class and he's just got his hand in his pants like what are you gonna say? Like, no, I'm
what are you? I'm just scratching it.
It's like so bad. There's no way you can turn that around at all. It's like I'm not jerking off.
Man, what are you doing?
Yeah. No, I'm not. It's just the balls were a little. They were out of place. Yeah. I was fixing them.
But the thing is, I understand that.
Yeah, of course, but like, you just like you have to shift. You have to shift. You can't.
Yeah,
you can't just go for it.
Yeah,
you have to go over the pants. Do everything you possibly can over the pants before you go under the pants.
Yeah, that's you take it outside to do that.
Yeah, under the pants is the last move you go to.
Yeah,
that's just.
I just wonder, was he like just hitting puberty?
And you just didn't know?
Just didn't know, the etiquette.
Well, he found out.
Yeah, he found out pretty quick.
The etiquette. I guess don't have your fucking pants fiddling around with your genitals in class. I feel like that was like I never did anything like that when I was younger.
No.
I was never a hand in the pants kid.
Not in. You never go in.
Yeah, you can't go in. No. And you can't recover from that. You're always that kid now. You're always handsy pants, like
handsy.
Handsy, ballsy,
ballsy.
Oh my god! Oh, that the pure like spotlight that was on that kid in class, just everyone's eyes dart
this
over.
Kid had maybe the history of inappropriate behavior, because for someone to like call you out on that. Like, I feel
you
like
must be going pretty hard. Yeah,
a first-time offense. Like, I feel like this girl's like, you know what, this is enough. I've got it. Someone's got to end this.
It was their desk partner.
Yeah,
it was like one of your desk partners with a girl.
Oh, she was like, you know what? No.
I'm not taking this anymore.
I can't. This isn't like a little.
It's starting to smell.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Why are you groaning? Why are you grunting? Why is it getting wetter? What? Can't be readjusting.
No.
Readjusting.
It's like a massive stain on his pants. It was just itchy.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, I agree. It's not a first-time offender. There's no way. There's no way. All right, next one comes from Zool714. Our math teacher was in a bad mood and held us back for a few minutes to lecture us. She saw one of our classmates outside the classroom chatting with some other kid. She went ballistic on him, only to find out that was his twin waiting for his brother.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Those are the moments, especially when you have a crappy teacher.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I swear her parents don't care about your education. And he's just like,
what did I do?
Oh my God, you gotta that gives you like a good opportunity at least to like, take the teacher to take the teacher to court.
Yeah,
take the teacher to.
I have a feeling they got let out pretty quick after that one.
Yeah. This just in, the teacher never taught at the school again.
Yeah, I had a teacher once get really kind of lose her mind, and I never got in trouble, but this teacher was an asshole. And I dropped I had like a granola bar wrapper in the hallway, and I dropped the wrapper. And it's not like I just like left the wrapper. I was in the process of bending down like to pick it up, but I was continuing a conversation, so I was slowly bending down to pick the wrapper up, and she got there in a millisecond and was like, pick up the garbage. I've never seen someone move so quick.
These are the people who are like wanted, or like not wanted, but didn't go into policing. But could have, you know what I mean? Took the more educational route and decided not to be a cop, but decided to work with kids instead.
Get at the source. Yeah. She backed the blue.
Yeah, get it at the source. Gotta start him. You gotta start off young. You gotta get him when it really matters.
Get him into the prison system right away. Get him through.
Yeah, she just loves detention. She loves. Every time there's like a teacher who has to sit in for detention, I'll do it. I'll sit in for detention.
She watches Breakfast Club to watch the principal in it.
Yeah. Can I bring my whip?
Why?
Why do you have a wooden paddle? Why'd you bring that?
Why do you have that?
It's just demonstration. Just showing.
Canoe class.
Slams the door shut, locks it.
Oh, you just are crying. It's like Dazed and Confused with the battles in there.
But that's those type of teachers though. They did not. There's no way they got in it to educate kids.
No,
they didn't do it for the warm-heartedness that they receive out of education. They like the punishment.
They failed their police exam.
Yeah.
Well, they got it right.
They thought it was easier to just get the education degree. Yeah. No, they don't even have the education degree. They just have like the teacher certified that you can teach someone, and then they just the school is just like, I'll throw them a job. The references are like roommate. It's like a 40-year-old roommate. Like
fuck yeah. He's taught me a lot.
I was the principal at Spruce Homewood Grove Country Town High. Next one comes from somebody's buddy. We had an active shooter lockdown in high school once. Not really. The girl was just posting depressing things on Tumblr. Our math teacher runs to the door, tries to lock it, breaks the key in the lock. Then he decides to run to our corner yelling, "This is too much stress for a pregnant woman." And that's how she told us that she was pregnant. during the school lockdown drill. You know what? Why this one stood out to me though was the school decided to go into an active shooter lockdown because some girl was depressed on Tumblr.
On Tumblr,
it's like she's like.
That feels like that's arising way more panic.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like to me, I'm thinking the principal's just like going through Tumblr or whatever, or they're checking social medias, and the one girl's just like, I'm really depressed. Like I don't see an end. Like life at home sucks. And he's like, active shooter, lock the doors.
She's like standing in front with nothing. Like,
get her. It's like the school security that they have in the U.S. with the guns.
They start shooting.
She's just depressed. She just needs help.
There's now 2 active shooters. Like,
she's
cops
just
come in, just guns blazing.
Yeah, she's literally just a depressed tween girl. She's literally just an emo girl.
Yeah, that highlights a lot of issues. That's the first. It also shows how many school shootings there are. That it's like, you know what, just to be safe.
Yeah, just to be safe.
She might come in here.
Yeah, instead of genuinely like helping somebody who might be going through a little bit of a tough mental time. It's get on the fucking ground. Active shooter.
Also, the math teacher just fumbling.
She's got like a butter knife for a peanut butter sandwich. She's got a knife. Shoot her. They're just rounding up all the emo depressed kids. Like,
get out here. Put them in a cage. Lock them up.
Yeah. We need to be protected from you. Yeah. So some guy who just like really likes death metal music. It's like, what?
What did I do? It's an Alice Cooper fan.
Yeah. I was just a really big fan of like 90s punk bands. I don't know why I'm here.
Never seen a gun in my life.
Yeah, you might be. I just came to school wearing a Nirvana t-shirt. Active shooter. Holy shit. It's like the only thing we're overacting a little bit. Yeah. Instead of maybe trying to help students, guidance counseling, therapy, we're just skipping right to the end. We're skipping killers. Just assuming they're all active shooters.
They hear like My Chemical Romance, and all of a sudden like alarm sounds blare. Like, emo. He's got a gun.
It's like what is like they go around like before, like in some schools in the U.S. how they've got like security before you go into school. It's like they put on a kid's headphones. It's like early Simple Plan, really depressed music, and they're like, everyone get on the ground.
Get away. Drop the
Welcome to my life. And he's just like, get on the fucking ground. He's got a knife. He's got a gun.
It's the Always Sunny episode. The kids got and they're protecting the school, and the kids playing video games.
Wait,
when they pull a gun on them. When Mac and Charlie protect the school, kids playing video games.
Okay, I remember I remember that one. All right, next one comes from Rip Ear Riley. Classmate brought her grade school sister into our high school Spanish class to help with a presentation about family that day. It was the first one of that day, and their mom arrives with the little sister. The whole class is seated and facing the room door in the front next to the teacher. Once the kid enters the classroom, the teacher greeted her and her mom. The kid blurts out, "Wow, Sandy," her older sister. You were right. His breath stinks. Our Spanish teacher was known to have crippling coffee breath.
Wait, her mom said that? Or
the
her
kid,
sister?
the little sister.
Oh, God.
I love kids sometimes, though. They'll say anything.
That's insane.
There's like, did you see, you must have seen the old Jack Joseph one where the kid, and they do the angle from up top, and he's like, my mummy said that you're a pedophile.
Thinking poor Sandy probably didn't do too well on that.
Yeah, and you know what? If the breath stinks that bad, it's more than coffee that's in that
That's on you, bro.
It's more, he's drinking a little more than coffee. It's a little little pick me up.
I don't mind the smell of the pick me up breath though. I wonder if he's like ripping down.
Breath. Do you know what I'm?
Yeah, some drinks. Like he's drinking.
Yeah. You don't mind the pick me up breath?
There's
on your
smells.
teacher.
There's worse smells.
You don't mind that? You don't mind the Baileys on the breath? You don't mind the whiskey?
It's not a terrible. Like there's worse things for your breath to smell like whiskey.
In a school though.
But it's not like a kid to be like, ew, bad smell. Like.
Oh yeah, okay.
Maybe the mom would be like, what the fuck? I wonder if dude was hitting some sandwiches, like
onion sandwich,
onion on the breakfast sandwich,
onion garlic on the sandwich on the brekkie sam. Yeah, I don't know. But
it's eating shawarma for breakfast.
Yeah, that's on you, bro. Yeah. And I mean that's why you kind of have to depend on kids. You know what I mean? It's like, especially like when you got a, when you're a teenager and you run into your little cousin or something like that, and they're like, "What's that red thing on your face?" You're just like, "Fuck." Why do you have red freckles all over your face?
Are you oozing? Gross.
Oh. Yeah, but you gotta have. Sometimes I had a kid tell me that one time, and I was like, "Oh, really?" And then I went and looked in the mirror, and I'm like, "Wow, yeah, this needs popping bad." I just ignored it. It was just I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, kid, that's gonna be you one day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you see this?
Yeah, 10 times worse for you.
Yeah, I know your genetics. I know your older brother.
You're so fucking ugly. 3-year-old kid.
Yeah. Wow, you got way worse problems than me. All right.
Your mom's a fucking alcoholic. How about that? How about that? I have a pimple. Yeah. Cure that. Pop that. Pop your generational trauma.
Yeah.
See how hard that is to get rid of.
Yeah. You can only I guess it depends on the type of person you are. If you're gonna,
if you're
gonna be mean
a
to
monster,
the kid. Yeah,
or a normal person.
Just take it on the chin. Take it on the chin, or I know why your parents got divorced.
You know who your dad?
And it wasn't because they just didn't get along anymore. Your mom's a teacher at the school. I know she's really great friends with Mr. Wilson.
Yeah, your mom got along really well with the Burnsley. You see
Ask your mom about it.
You know your English teacher? That's your real daddy.
Yeah. You ever wonder why you guys bear such a liking resemblance? Your dad doesn't have blonde hair, neither does your mom. Guess who does? Next one comes from Desert Goldfish. A friend walked up to the front of the room to ask our teacher if he could go to the restroom and was denied. So he stood right there and pissed his pants in front of her. He got sent home.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's like Sigma.
I fucking love that.
The making of a Sigma male. That's how it starts. That like those videos of Sigma males. It's like how their origin stories start. It's like, you know how like the format, how it goes. I was in the 3rd grade. I asked if I could go to the bathroom, and I said I don't ask. So I just pissed right there, right in my pants.
That's awesome. That's actually so awesome. That definitely happens all the time, too.
Mm-hmm. I don't understand why teachers are so concerned with not letting people go to the bathroom. Because it's just like, okay, first of all, maybe this is the school that I grew up in. It was never much of a thing ever to just hang out in the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like to just skip out on class and just hang out in the bathroom.
That's kind of the unspoken thing. You go to the washroom, but you take a walk.
Yeah, but like, I feel like it's not even. It's not. There's no way it's that big of a problem. No. There's no way it's that big of a problem.
Not at that young of an age.
No, and like,
where's he gonna go?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you know what? If a kid decides to skip out on school and just walk out of the, you have no control over that.
That's better than piss all over the floor.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Now you don't have to. You're responsible for this kid's education when he's in the classroom. Yeah. All right. If he wants to take the piss and go outside, you know what?
One less kid to deal with.
Yeah, there you go. Now we've always been talking about small class sizes, right? That's the big thing. That you want to solve smaller class sizes, the issue. All right, just let these kids go to the bathroom.
It's not more teachers, it's less kids.
It's less kids.
Start losing a couple kids every day. Yeah, my numbers are.
Yeah, those are the kids that'll do the work in the world that no one else wants to do. All right, to get them. For those kids, why don't we say no child labor unless you're the type of kid who skips out on the bathroom, and then just there you go.
Start pushing a couple more of that, boost those numbers.
Instead of forcing them to do the education they don't want to do, get them in the workforce early. Yeah. All right, start them on a pension plan as soon as you possibly can. Okay,
start them young.
Yeah. You gotta breed them to be workers. All right. So if they don't want to go to school, they can work. Yeah. No, I don't know.
The economy.
Yeah, I've never been understood very much about why like you wouldn't let someone go to the washroom.
That's a weird one.
Yeah, like
feels like a power trip.
Yeah. Like, you know what? I'm gonna gatekeep you. Yeah. You know what? You're 7. I'm 35.
It's like, dude, like
I decide when you go to the bathroom. Piss your pants now.
Fine.
Oh, you really have to go to the bathroom? Piss your pants then.
Prove it.
She takes a shit. Oh, didn't have to go number 1. So there you go. You clean it up. You deal with it. Next one comes from Coivis. We had mandatory dance classes, including a partner. Oh my God.
Yeah, we had that.
We did that too. It was so awkward.
The worst.
So it's like, why can't every gym class just be do whatever you want?
Yeah.
Like, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what you do.
As long as you participate.
As long as you're doing something. Run around. Fucking play some tag.
Dance if you want to
basketball,
dance.
do some dance.
Yeah.
Like, do anything.
Yeah.
Why do we have to...
Don't get hurt.
Exactly. And then when the kids are allowed to do whatever they want, then...
They'll have more fun.
They'll have more fun, but then some kids might get bored of what they're doing and go to another kid's like, what are you guys doing? And like, you know what I mean?
Let them organize their own kind of game.
Exactly. Like, the only thing I wouldn't accept as a gym teacher is just sitting there.
Yeah.
Like, just do something.
Yeah.
I don't care what you do.
Do slang with others.
Do something.
Either slang with others.
You can have a dodgeball game in half the class.
Yeah.
You could have basketball hoop. You could have a soccer game going. You could have so many things going.
You can dance. You can run. You can
exactly
put on a play.
It's like forcing me to do a dance. I was telling
we're playing floor hockey, not volleyball. Like, dude, you just want to play floor hockey.
Oh, the amount of teachers that was like that. I was telling my listeners last week about how that we so all the way up through grade 7 and 8, there was a mandate in the school because this like group lobbied, I guess, our school division to do this. Worst. These are PTA parents, bro.
Yeah.
The PTA fucking parents. It's like, leave well enough alone.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like, just
because
because you think your kid should move around more doesn't mean I want to do this, okay? So not in gym class, in classroom, twice a day, we would have to take a Just Dance break.
Yeah, we did too.
So they would play Just Dance on the projector. So no one actually had a real Wii. We're not playing along to a real game.
You're just dancing.
You're just dancing too long to something.
That's what we did too.
It was... when I'm in the 7th, 8th grade, I'm
it was like 8th grade. Yeah,
I'm sitting in my desk, and I'm like, I'm chatting up to this cute girl.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like trying to wheel her. You know,
like Roar by Katy Perry comes on.
Yeah. Hold up, let me just. Cause you're hot, then you're cold. Yes, the Riz is gone now. You can't come back from that. No. She's only gonna see me doing the shimmy shake.
No.
She's only gonna see me busting it down white boy style. That's how she's gonna remember me forever.
I remember we had to learn a dance routine thing that we learned, and we had to do like a Lizzo one.
No way.
Just a little bit too sexual.
Oh no! You guys are like bending the ass around.
Oh yeah.
Oh no!
And like we all had to participate.
This is in the 8th grade.
It was weird.
What?
It was weird. It was.
Lizzo was a thing when you were in the 8th grade. Because that would have been in like grade 10.
Yeah.
Lizzo was around when I was in grade 10.
Yeah.
What? I do not remember hearing about Lizzo then.
We did a Lizzo song that was like, it was just a little bit like.
It would have been like 2017.
Yeah.
I don't even remember Lizzo back then.
Couldn't pick another song?
Yeah.
Really?
We did a fun one where you had to come up with your own dance routine, and it was we did Kung Fu fighting.
Nice.
So that was pretty sick. That was we had a pretty. I still have that video.
Me and a couple guys thought we had broken down gender barriers because we did Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
classic,
really. Really breaking down the systemic issues there.
Hey, girls.
Starts with the men. Starts with them young. Starts with the men.
Play a part.
Yeah.
Doing what I can.
Oh, this girl thing. Boys are doing it now. Did you know boys can also girl?
Boys can also have fun. Boys just want to have fun.
Do you know girl can also boy and boy can also girl? Boy isn't girl thing. Girl isn't boy thing. Gender equality solved.
I wear pink.
That's that chick that she's like, what is it? It's like, in celebration of women, Diet Coke today is called Emily. Oh, I don't even know. I wish I could shout her up, but I don't know her name on any of the platforms. But she's really fucking funny. So next one comes from. This Mother's Day, Domino's Pizza is celebrating Mother's Day. That's why pizza is in shape of bra today. Oh, girl boss.
I would totally eat a bra pizza.
Yeah. That's
awesome.
probably bigger.
Yeah.
Not because.
I wish pizza was in the bra. Oh, because of breasts.
Just it's like a Chicago style pizza. They're like really thick. It's like actually fully formed shapes. It's like, whoa.
What's in your freezer?
Bro just kept it. He didn't even eat it. He's got like a picture frame on the wall that is like a constant freeze. It's like, I just had to marvel at the artistry.
Great pizza work. Yeah. I love pizza. I'm Italian, dude.
Yeah.
My grandparents are Italian. I can do it.
Next one comes from Reddit gives he morid. One time, a girl got mad and went to storm out of the classroom. She was making a big scene, doing everything angrily and loud. She goes to open the door to step out, and her hand slips off the knob, and she just ran right into the door.
Oh.
Yes, so I'm never coming back to school again.
Oh, God.
Does it again.
And that girl posted on Tumblr that night.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, she's in jail.
Yeah, she's like, I just posted.
For making threats. Yeah. And she was just like, someone help.
Yeah, my hand hurts.
She was asking for help.
Yeah.
I need therapy. Someone please help me get therapy.
You get state paid for therapy.
Yeah, in prison.
Yeah. Work for your therapy.
Yeah, you get all the therapy you want in jail.
They'll show you therapy.
They put you in the pen. You know it's really good therapy if you're trying to talk therapy with your cellmate? You'll be a lot of chance to chat then. You'll never be by your sides. You'll never get another moment alone.
Face to face.
The only way you'll get a moment alone is you go to maximum security, so you better murder someone while you're in there. Surprised you haven't done it already.
Tumblr girl.
Oh my god, this one is crazy. This next one is crazy. Level ad 5898 said, 2 guys who were bullying me for being gay got caught jerking each other off under the table in grade 8. At least they stopped bullying me.
Oh jeez, yeah.
They were just flirting with you, bro.
Yeah.
They were just waiting until you like. They were like, this is 8th grade, right? So these kids, they're like, oh, you don't want to hit us back? And he's like, no.
Yeah.
And he's like, he thinks they're not, like, he thinks they're just bullying him, and they're just like trying to seduce him.
Yeah.
Why don't you just hit me then?
Oh.
No, I don't want to. I'm gonna have to hit you super hard. Just keep.
I'm gonna assume those guys didn't have a very accepting home life.
No, definitely not. No, most definitely not.
Internalized homophobia.
Yeah. That's what the guy. One person comments, Moonstad says, sounds like they were projecting.
Yeah.
We think you might be gay, so we're gonna make fun of you.
I gotta ask though, where the jerking each other off under the table. Was it like the lunch table?
Yeah.
Was it like
they were not trying to be subtle about it. Yeah.
Like, or were they like?
It's like you for hating gay people so much, you kind of did that a lot in public. Like you kind of wanted everybody to know. You did it in the lunchroom, like.
Yeah, if you're drinking each other off under the table in the lunchroom, the table's not doing too
Yeah,
much.
you guys like put it on Twitter, like you guys like posted it. Like I feel like you guys, if you don't really want that out there, you're kind of doing everything and everything, like anything and everything you can to.
He's so bad at staying in the closet.
Yeah. He's not doing a very good job.
No.
That is so funny though. It says under the table, even if it was in class.
That's
like you think. Yeah, it's like you think it's like, no one's gonna know. No one's gonna know.
Yeah, what's your end game there?
Yeah. It's like we don't want people to find out we're gay, so we're gonna jerk each other off in front of everyone.
Deeply closeted gay man.
Yeah. We're so deeply closeted that we have to do it in public.
Practice.
Yeah.
We're practicing.
I'm sharpening my pencil. Yeah. He's got an electric pencil sharpener over here. He's just low groans.
Where's your pants down? It's hot. It's adjusting. Readjusting.
Yeah.
I was helping him readjust.
Yeah. You don't have the pencil sharpener in your butt either? I mean, it's just me then.
Why are you having sex with them?
Yeah, no, they're not. They weren't very good at bullying.
No, dude, I love James.
I wonder how long it took them to start bullying this kid and for everyone else to find out that they were gay.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's
grade
like
8, yeah. Probably.
it's like, you know, he there's like for doing it under the table. This kid got bullied for max a week.
Yeah.
Like, you can't you can't be that closeted if you guys were just like, you know what, this bullying thing, why don't we just be gay instead?
Yeah, he actually looks really happy that he's
we
out and he's accepted who he is. And fuck, I really wish we were like.
Yeah, we keep trying to seduce the straight kid. It's not working. Why don't you just...
Wait, I felt like I was gay. The kid was gay.
Oh, I know. They got
straight...
bullied for. Oh wait, they're bullying me for being gay. Oh yeah, they are. Yeah. So I thought the kid got bullied for people thinking he was being gay. Oh, my bad. I misunderstood. Yeah, that was but still though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just not into you guys.
Yeah.
That's why. You're just butthurt because he wasn't into you guys. And you had to go and pull off a public stunt to backlash out like what is it called? Acting out.
Act out, yeah.
Yeah. Lashing out. Whatever.
Out,
All right, next one comes from Parking War 4100. When I was in the When I was in the 11th grade, sorry, we just ripped some nose beers. So. Just kidding. We don't do that. When I was in the 11th grade, a girl came to class drunk. She was usually very quiet and kept to herself. She did this as well. She did this day as well. But she smelled heavily of alcohol. We were all whispering about her when she put her head down on the desk for a while. The teacher came over, tapped her on the shoulder. She stood up and spewed out the most vomit I'd ever seen to this day.
Poor girl.
The teacher was in the blast area as well as other students. Horrifying rainbow of puke. The smell afterwards was insane.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That's tough.
The teacher honestly was probably just gonna be like, "What are you drinking?" Like,
you can drink in school, but you gotta keep it. You know, you have a beer at lunch. You know, seriously, you know, if you gotta.
Sam's not recommending this to any of you, by the way. For those of you who are still in high school, please don't drink and go to school. Sam's like, a 6-pack is lunch is fine. All right.
Boy at least.
Yeah. Listen, you down a Mickey at lunch, no big deal. It's when you go for the 2-6.
One time I put whiskey in my coffee with my buddy because I thought it'd be funny during an exam at 8:30 a.m. And we were like, "Oh, this is so cool." Last day of school, you know, grade 10. It's like, "Oh yeah, we're drinking whiskey in our coffee," and then we're like in class and it just reeks of fucking whiskey.
Oh no!
We're chewing gum, trying to go.
Oh no!
We obviously have whiskey in our coffee.
It's like, what's that smell? You're like, smells like what? It doesn't smell like booze at all.
Smells like a boogum.
Yeah, it smells like hand sanitizer. Who used a bunch of? I think I saw Emily use all the hand sanitizer. Just chewing a massive wad of Big League Chew.
I just have a Crown Royal.
Yeah. Spills on the floor. Yeah.
Oh, pissing.
It's like fucking what's the shit called? The cinnamon stuff.
Oh, Fireball.
Yeah. Never seen that hand sanitizer color before. Yeah. No, it's just like Cinnamon Hearts juice. Tastes like Cinnamon Hearts. It's like a Cinnamon Hearts was like a juice. They decided to make it like a juice. It's called Fireball. It like burns and stuff.
We're taking you to child services.
Yeah. Okay, what time are we at here? Okay, we'll do maybe a couple more. We're at 57. Next one comes from Shabao Dialdilo. Wow, I have no idea. In the 10th grade, a girl I was sitting in front of had gotten into an argument with a teacher. The teacher was so fed up with her, the teacher told her to go to the ISS, which is something like, what is this?
International Space Station?
Yeah. In-school suspension. That's what it stands for. I never had suspension. Suspension was not a thing.
Never.
Like, you're suspended. School. You have detention.
There was in-school suspension, but only for like when kids
school,
like...
Yeah, sorry. There was suspensions, but there was never a detention. We never had detention. That was never a thing.
Stay after school.
Yeah, nothing. I've never heard of that.
Allowed to do that.
That was only like an American thing.
I don't think you're allowed to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, we're taking away your free will.
Yeah, I actually don't think you're allowed to do that.
Your freedom of choice.
You definitely, actually, now that I think about it, you definitely can't do that.
Yeah. It's like there's bars on the wall, bars on the windows.
You can't leave.
Yeah.
You didn't.
That was the whole thing about taking students' phones and stuff. Like, aren't you like, can't you take property? Like, I don't understand. Like, that's someone else's thing.
Personal property. Property, though. You can take personal property.
You can take personal property?
I think so.
What if it's like someone's
but
like...
I think maybe...
It's like an insulin machine. It keeps going off. Give me that.
Yeah. It's disturbing the class.
No, I need it to like, because I have diabetes.
But I wonder if maybe like the rules of the school, like the policies, if you violate policies, like your phone isn't a right. You know,
I guess,
your phone's
but
a privilege.
it's like, can I just take anything I want then of your personal property?
but you have to be able to back it up. So the school could probably just back it up and be like,
yeah, but I mean, like, I feel like you could also back up having a phone, like, you know.
No, but if I just came and took your phone off,
situation.
if I came and just took your phone from you on the street, bro, you're just disrupting. I don't have anything to back up why I did that.
I guess so. I
think the schools have like outline policies.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. I guess, and it's their property too, I guess.
Yeah,
maybe they just can't hold
property.
you being there. Yeah.
They probably can't never return your phone to you again.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's some people who's like, oh, I'm keeping your phone for a day or something like that.
I don't think you can do that.
Yeah, it's like they lock it in the school
You definitely
overnight.
have to give that shit back.
Told you to go to in-school suspension and stay there for an entire year. But the girl simply said, it'll be a lot better smelling than your crusty attitude. And every other student thought it was a huge roast for some reason. Then the teacher called the student the N-word.
Oh! Whoa!
You skipped right to the end,
Whoa.
Okay? That was like, that is the move that no one takes.
Yeah,
no one
insane.
No, like this is there's only one reason to ever take that move. If you're a racist.
Yeah.
If you're a horrible person.
Yeah.
That is the only reason why you would ever take that move. Oh, you think I have bad breath? Well, you're it's like, whoa. Holy crap. You just decided to just throw a grenade into the classroom?
That's insane.
You know how you respond to disruptive students? A hate crime. Commit a hate crime.
Yeah.
That's how you respond. Students not paying attention in class. If they're a minority, pick on them. Commit a hate crime. Okay.
It's like you broke a class rule. Well, you just broke the law.
Yeah.
You just did a hate crime.
I have the right to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah. They're my students.
No phones in class. It's a class rule.
Yeah. If someone breaks my class rule, I can say whatever I want.
Class rule. I can say anything.
It's like, that's not a rule. That's not a rule.
I promise you can't say the N-word in class.
Yeah. The kid was Asian, and there was only one black kid in the class. The class went silent for the rest of the year.
So the black kid is called a
the class just got, yeah.
What the fuck did I do?
Yeah. What the hell? Yeah. Black kid sitting there, like, he's just like doing his work. Whoa.
Yeah. Why'd you go in?
Yeah. Why am I being dragged into this? This is my fault.
That's some deep-seated hatred.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
I hate you and I hate him. I hate you so much, I'm going to put him down, too. Roasted nuts.
No, you're all the same to me.
That's it. That, to me, that's even more racist.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be way more racist.
That's like, he's like, yeah, this isn't even like technically correct.
I'm like, you're a minority. I'm gonna call you a racist term that doesn't apply to you, but I just want to call you some term. Yeah. And then I also want it to apply to the other kid who has nothing to do with this.
I'm gonna throw him a shovel around.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna shoot you in the head and then also shoot him in the chest. Yeah. Just for fun.
You know, this is the problem with all of you.
Yeah. Holy crap.
It's like, the fuck did I do?
Like, yeah, it's like this. How did this teacher? It's like silent for the rest of the year. This teacher should have been fired. Like, how did?
The U.S. of A. Bud.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I was exercising my what is it called?
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech. What is that in the? Is it constitutional right?
Yeah. What's the amendment?
I don't think it's amendment. I think it's
that's First Amendment. Right. First Amendment.
Yeah, First Amendment.
First Amendment.
Second Amendment is the guns. And then fifth is pleading the fifth is when you don't have to say something in court. Yeah.
I gotta plead the fifth more.
Because you can't.
That feels like a cheat card.
Yeah.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah. Did you or did you not call your student the N-word? I'm going to plead the Fifth Amendment on this one in the grounds that it might incriminate me. If you respond to anything like that with the Fifth Amendment, you totally did
Whoever pleads the Fifth Amendment just is like, yeah, I did that shit.
Yeah.
No one plays the Fifth Amendment when they want to clear their name.
Were you being horribly racist in class?
I plead
the
the
Fifth.
That needs more context.
Yeah. On the grounds that it may incriminate me.
I wasn't being racist to her. I was being racist to him.
Yeah. I just said the wrong slur, okay? I didn't mean that one.
There's too many of them.
Last one here comes from Meteorology. In the first grade, the principal came to our classroom with a classroom to paddle a kid in front of the whole class.
Jesus Christ.
Everyone's like, what is this, the 1940s?
Yeah.
It's crazy. And so I read on into this thread, and apparently in some U.S. states, parents give permission when the kids go to the school that the teachers can use physical, like, like means of discipline on the kids.
I mean, it must be like private schools, right?
I don't know what it is, but
Jesus.
but it's crazy to just think that it's like, yeah, you can beat my kid.
Yeah.
Beat him up.
Throw him a couple.
Yeah.
He's an asshole.
He's a good lick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't fucking like him.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's like
Save my fists.
yeah, it saves me from doing it.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I work all day.
Yeah.
I can't beat him. So I'm gonna toss it on to you.
Yeah.
Honestly, the more you can beat him, the better.
Yeah. Tire him out. Drink us on to me. Makes it easier.
Maybe if you give him a couple concussions, he'll chill out.
Something so fucking annoying.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, when they said have kids, I didn't know it'd be this freaking annoying.
Shot a miscarriage.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, if only I would have known better.
Yeah.
Yeah, paddle him. It's like you know what? I'm gonna. Can I write in here that you should hit him on the head? I think I want to write a specific clause. Anytime that you hit my kid, it must be done on the head.
That feels like a very easy investigation to put a lot of child abusers in jail. Is to look at the list of parents who let teachers beat their children.
Yeah, signed off on it.
Yeah, round all of these ones up.
Yeah. The parents that were signing it, they were going all the way through the trouble. It's like, so only here. This is the only place I have to sign. Nowhere else. Okay, you sure? I don't want to come back.
Yeah, you better be blue and bloody.
Yeah, they've got like the they're so excited to sign it. They've got like the feather ink.
Yeah,
they sign it in like cursive. Yeah. Looks good.
I have more kids.
Yeah.
My business.
You'll do all my discipline for me. I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, you surround all those parents up, and you've taken a lot of people off the streets.
Yeah.
A lot of ne'er-do-wells off the streets.
Okay, I think we're gonna wrap it up there for today's episode, folks. So thank you all for tuning in to this episode. Thank you all. Thank you, Sam, for coming on the show, spending our 200th episode. Big episode. Again, I will apologize to my listeners. We reached out to a lot of comedians beforehand. They weren't available, so we had to settle for Mr. Kenny, which is, you know, fortunately or unfortunately.
Yeah. Fortunately or
unfortunately. But anyways, thank you all so much for tuning in to this episode of the Reddit Asks Us podcast. Remember if you're listening on this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever else you get your podcast, please leave us a rating, and also please leave us a review. You can respond to this week's question by going to the description of the episode and in Spotify and replying on there, and I will read aloud your responses from the next week's following episode. Remember to check out my Instagram and YouTube at Reddit Asks Us. And you can see the new clips on there and the new type of content that's on there, please. And that will be it for today. So thank you all. Peace out. Love you. And goodbye.